Hi, everyone. Please give us a couple of more minutes. We're trying to fix a technical issue, but should start any minute. Thank you for bearing with us. Mate, can you hear us now?
Yeah, now it's fine. I had to leave and return back, so now it's okay. It works well.
Okay, wonderful.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Otherwise, I would speak to myself and hearing nothing from the audience. Okay, you're muted.
I think we can start now. Everyone is joined.
Good. I will share PowerPoint. Great. Thanks to everybody for participating this briefing, which is very important, at least for those who are planning to come to Vienna for CND in March, between 9th and 13th of March. And I would like to also say hello to Mirela from Civil Society Unit. They are very supportive for Vienna NGOC traditionally. So thank you very much, Mirela, for all the support and being also here with us today. And also I would like to say thank you to Doris from the Secretariat, who will tell a lot, some details from this year's CND, and also if you have any questions, she can also answer some of your questions. And our program today is mostly about CND, about civil society participations. What are the channels for us to participate at CND? About NGO briefing. We will also explain a little bit about NGO Lounge and NGO Table, which will be also available for our materials and also for some of our meetings in Lounge, and also about the informal dialogues. Not so much about side events because the program is still not published. So we are still waiting for Secretariat to publish a program for side events. But I will definitely explain something about our own Vienna NGOC side event, which will also take place during the week of CND. So now I would like to give the floor to Doris to explain a little bit about some details from the Secretariat about this year's CND. So Doris, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mate. Thank you very much for the invitation. A pleasure to be here again and to speak to everyone. I've prepared a couple of slides, but the idea today is also to walk you a bit through the agenda. You can, of course, then ask questions, and I'll make some references to the more very NGO specific issues. Let me just see which window I have to share. 1 second. It's a bit slow today, everything. So here we go. Okay, I hope you can see my presentation.
Yes, we see it from the first slide. So
fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So starting off a little bit about this year's session, 69th session, as you know, started at the reconvene session of the reconvene 68th session, where the commission basically elected the new bureau of the 69th session. So we have on the head of the CND, we have the ambassador of Armenia, Ambassador Hovhannissian. And we have from the Netherlands, the first vice chair, who will also be chairing the committee of the whole, where the resolutions of the Commission on Narcotic Drugs are discussed. Then we have the second vice chair from Peru, the third vice chair from Burkina Faso, and the rapporteur from India. The dates, you all know them if you're coming. We had a deadline for resolutions of 9 February. We've received a total of 5 resolutions. And I will be I'll be showing you the resolutions in a minute that we have received. The deadline for side events was 23rd January. We received approximately 175, 180 applications. There is a point I want to make right away. I know a lot of you are waiting for the program. This is still pending clearance. We also no longer have the person on board that is dealing with side events. So we do face quite serious constraints on that side. So we'll ask you to bear with us on this. And the reconvene session, which is basically the wrap up of the 69th session, will happen in December. So looking a bit at the provisional agenda, allow me to just, I'll try to move things around here a little bit. So you can still see, right?
Yes, we see it.
Okay, fantastic. So when it comes to the provisional agenda, we will start off with the general debate on the first day. I have to say here we are facing, in light of the current financial situation, we will not have 5 days of interpretation. This has already been confirmed. So there are serious service constraints that we have to face. As it looks now, we will only have 4 days of interpretation for the session. That means we will also, throughout the session, need to make sure we can accommodate all those elements where the Commission will need to take action within those days where interpretation is available. So we'll always make sure to closely monitor also when it comes to if you're going to be speaking under one of the agenda items. Also, one more general point we have, I'm not sure if everyone has noticed, but we have changed the way the invitations are being submitted for the CND. We're now working together with our VNGOC secretariat in New York. That means that invitations are now not only dispatched to NGOs that have previously participated in the CND, but to all VNGOC NGOs. So you might see some new faces at the CND. We've received quite a number of registrations. Okay, going back to the provisional agenda, we're starting with the usual housekeeping stuff. We start with the general debate and the strategic management budgetary issues. Then we're going to go into the normative segment of the CND. And I'm just picking out some of the points that might be of interest to you, because of course, we will have the scheduling of substances under the International Drug Control Conventions. So the Commission will be considering the recommendations of the World Health Organization that were made at the reconvened session in December. And this will be done under agenda item 5, where also the voting will take place in the plenary. And the WHO has recommended to have 2 synthetic opioids to be added to the Schedule 1 of the 69 conventions, and MDMB Funabinaka to Schedule 2 of the 1971 convention. Also, there will be no scheduling action at the CND related to coca leaf, since the WHO has recommended to retain coca leaf in Schedule 1 of the 61 convention. So this is one of the key elements on the agenda 5 we will be addressing. And one other element that might be of interest to you that will be a focus of agenda item 5 is the CND expert panel that is to be established pursuant to CND resolution 68.6. So basically, I'm sure most of you know that Colombia tabled a resolution at the last CND that foresees the establishment of a panel of 19 independent experts basically 10 experts from member states nominated through the regional groups, 5 selected by the United Nations Secretary General, 3 by the International Narcotics Control Board, and 1 selected by the World Health Organization. So the panel's mandate is basically to develop recommendations to strengthen the work of the Commission and enhance the implementation of treaty obligations and international drug policy commitments, all basically with a view to contributing to the 2029 review. So the focus of this March session when it comes to the panel will be to finalize the panel's full composition. So we still have a couple of outstanding seats. And the Commission will also consider the election of the second co-chair in the margins of the session. That means that there will be 2 co-chairs that will be heading this panel. One has already been selected by the Secretary General, and the second one is to be selected among the member states nominated experts. So this will also be happening, under agenda item 5. As I said, bear with us when it comes to when exactly this will happen because of the interpretation issue. Then we're going to look into the implementation of the international drug policy commitments under agenda item 6. I think that's something very well known to everyone. Here we'll also be hearing, I'm sure, from member states reports on the Pledge for Action initiative that was launched in 2024. So this is basically the agenda item to discuss the implementation of international drug policy commitments. Here we will also, have the follow-up to the thematic discussions and, that we had last year. And these are a very key element when it comes to the follow-up, of how member states are implementing the international drug policy commitments. Here, we unfortunately also have a new situation. We used to have 1 donor that was covering the costs of the thematic discussions. This is unfortunately no longer the case. So at this very moment in time, we as Secretary do not have the necessary funding to organize the thematic discussions this year. That doesn't mean they're not going to happen at this stage, but I just want to flag it that this is not a given this year, that this will be happening. So if you get a chance to member states, please encourage them to put forward some funding as well. It's, yes, we do hope to get the outstanding funds. So we can continue also with the implementation of the work plan of the thematic discussion. Then we will have the interagency cooperation, where again our colleagues that are leading the task force will make a presentation. Agenda item 8 is on the subsidiary bodies of the Commission, where we'll see what these extraordinary sessions that were held for most of the subsidiary bodies. They will basically report back to the Commission. Then we're going to be looking at the work in relation to VNGOC and the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. So this year, again, the chair has been invited to submit a contribution to VNGOC for the HLPF. So we'll be considering that under agenda item 9, and then under agenda item 10, the provisional agenda for the next session of the CND. And then we'll close, hopefully, early on Friday with the adoption of the report of this session. Draft resolutions, as I mentioned, we had the deadline of 9 February. We have received a total of 5 resolutions. You can see them here on the screen, also under which agenda item they've been tabled and who has tabled the resolutions. In line with past practice, as soon as the text of those resolutions has been edited and it is available in all 6 languages, that will also be posted on the website. The committee of the whole will also this year be in English only. Will continue from last year. So a couple of words also, yes, side events, I said, please bear with us. We have serious constraints when it comes to the organization of the program at this stage. It's pretty much basically the same as last year. It's possible to have 5 external visitors. I'm sure every one of you that is organizing an event is already aware of this. Indico registration has already opened on 2 February, so I invite everyone to make sure you register at least 1 week before the session, up to 1 week before the session, to really make sure that you have your badge ready. There is a pickup And now, 1 second, I just need to look for the dates when you can pick up your badges. It can be picked up on the Monday of the session from 8 to 10. And I think on the Friday, it can be picked up in the morning, but I will verify exactly when this will be. 1 second. So we will have it from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 6 March. You can also pick up your badges. So just if you want to pick them up before the session starts. And then attending the session, I invite everyone to look at the accessibility guide. If you have any issues, to also contact the secretariat before. There will be no limitations on the delegation size of the NGOs. So I think there are no constraints there. Written statements, the deadline for written statements is 20 February. And there are different criteria, and I'm happy to also share the presentation later. That might be helpful if you want to check whether you're eligible to send a written contribution, and also how many words that can entail. Please make sure you send it to our colleagues in our secretariat for processing. Yeah, that's it from my side. I'm happy to take any questions or elaborate on anything that you would like to know. Over to you, Mate.
Thank you, Doris. Just regarding the statements, we also have a slide with detailed information about oral and written statements. So we will take care of it. So no
Fantastic.
need for you to explain in details. So thank you very much. So do we have any questions? Yeah, Marie. Marie, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, and thanks a lot for all the information, Doris. Really appreciate it. I have 3 questions. I mean, I know that it's difficult for you to give us like a proper estimate of when the side events program will be available,
No,
but a lot of civil. Is there any chance to know like whether it's next week, the week after? Because a lot of us are waiting to book our travel, and
we fully understand. I'm positive that it will be next week, but yeah, as I said, the person dealing with the side events is that position is no longer there, and it's not such a mandated meeting, so it's a bit more difficult. But the colleagues are doing their best, so I'm positive it should be there. Yes, it's not something that's going to take a very long time, but I just can't give a specific date.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. So I have 2 more questions for you.
Sure.
One relates to NGO statements. So last year, we understood that to register for a statement during the general debate, we had to register in advance. So I just wanted to know if this is still the case, and if it's still the case, what is the process for that and what is the deadline? And my second question is, I understand there will be no voting on the COCALIF scheduling because the recommendation from WHO was that it remains in the same schedule, but will there still be scope for discussions on the WHO recommendation in regard to the COCALIF? And thank you, that's it from me.
Thank you very much. Maybe on the first one, that's an excellent point. Thank you for bringing up. I did want to mention this. Yes, on the statements, we of course do hope again that the VNGOC will support us with kind of selecting who wants to speak where, that we can accommodate. Having at least like 20% less of interpretation will of course have the have a little less time on a lot of issues, but I would suggest you get in touch with the colleagues from the VNGOC, and we'll make sure that we can have like that, that at least we have an idea of how many speakers would be under which agenda item, just to make sure that as many different NGOs can speak. So I would appreciate that, but I'm happy to go back to the colleague that deals with the general debate. But I would suggest you inform the VNGOC, and I'll be in touch with them. On the COCALIF, so there will be WHO as always presenting the recommendations. So if any member state wishes to discuss this matter, I'm sure this is one of the recommendations of WHO. So they will also present that at the session. I didn't say it's no, what I said is there's no scheduling action to be expected on this recommendation because the recommendation was not to schedule. But yeah, definitely. It will be the WHO colleagues there. They will be presenting the recommendations that came from the ECDD. So I would assume so, yes. I hope I didn't miss anything, Marie, did I?
Yeah, just for the general debate, like, is there a specific process for that or not for statements?
There
Because
is
there
for
was
member
last
states,
year.
definitely. There is a different one for member states because yeah, because of the general debate order of speakers among member states. But I think since that goes through e-delegate, I think this is something that NGOs cannot access. So I will follow up and I can let you know, Marie, okay?
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much.
Sure, not a word.
Okay, thank you, Doris. And also regarding the oral statements, I would also like to ask members, when you send an oral statement to the Secretariat, please send copy to VNGOC so we can better coordinate and manage between the items. So some items might be very busy, and it is still possible, if we coordinate things, still possible to accommodate as many oral statements as possible. But we need to know in advance so we can organize these things together with Secretariat.
Thank you.
So, yeah, please, Elsadik, it's your turn. The floor is yours, please.
Thank you very much, VNGOC, and thank you, Doris, for that valuable information. I know it's not easy working under these circumstances, but we're confident that it will be fine, hopefully. I think Mary has already asked my question regarding the this side event, but I just wanted to more elaboration, Doris, related to the panel. I mean, like the regional groups, if there is any possibility to provide the names or like the countries that submitted, so we could be more aware, that would be very much appreciated, Doris. Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you. I mean, I would suggest you also look into the report of the reconvened session. There is an entire element of action taken on the panel. There is at this stage not foreseen that there would be any public website because the panel hasn't been established yet. So we want to finalize the establishment of the panel at the CND. But in the reconvened session, I'm sure Sarah can put the link in there. There is the report should already be online. So you have the whole overview of who was already endorsed and what action was taken, you know, who was selected by the SG. So I think that gives a pretty good overview of the names that basically are already endorsed.
Thank you very much. Any other questions from you? No? Okay. So next is Farid. Farid, please, the floor is yours. And please unmute yourself. Unmute.
Hello, hello. Hello, Matej, hello, Doris, hello, Sarah, hello, everybody. I'm very confused because I already sent a message and I received an answer. And again, I read here in the presentation about the delegation from NGO delegation. In some part of the UNODC, it was written that there is no limit of delegates to put on the verbal, not verbal. And here I read that it's only 10 in-person people, and so I just would like to know what is the reality, because I received an answer from Stéphane Audra saying that there is no limit. And,
yes, and Stefan checked with me. I think that it's just in the slide, the old screenshot. There is no limitation. I can confirm that.
Online and in person, no limitation.
There is no online participation. That doesn't exist. We do not have a hybrid session. For this, though, there is no online official slots. That's what I mean.
Okay, so the not very well can be filled with 25 people or 30. That will be no problem for the people to enter with their ground pass. Thank you for
I would
this
not know of any
confirmation.
problem.
Thank you, Doris.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you. But just for maybe for information, I think there will still be possible those who will not be in Vienna to follow plenary session on UNTV.
Yes.
Right? That's correct.
Yes. But there's not going to be this hybrid
Yeah,
interaction where we will have it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
but everybody will be able to follow the
Yes.
plenary discussion.
Of
Good.
course.
Okay, next, Chris, yes, please, the floor is yours. Chris, are you with us? Your hand is up, so no? Then Marie, you have another question?
Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry, I just wanted to follow up on the question that was asked about the panel. So we have the names. I was wondering if there was a bio for each of the panelists somewhere.
I'm sorry, there was what?
A bio. So just
The
like their
bios?
profile.
Well, since we don't have the entire panel, none of that, there were short bios shared with the permanent missions when the names were communicated, but at this stage, the full list of bios is not online.
Thank you. Chris, let us try again. So do you have a question? Unmute yourself. We don't hear you if you're speaking. No, we don't hear you. I'm sorry. So if you have a concrete question, just write it in the chat. So we will take care and provide answer. Okay? So sorry about that. Technical issues. So next one is written G. So I don't know who is that, but your hand is up. So
hello?
please, the floor is yours. Yes?
Yes, hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, hello. Yes. No, I didn't have a question. I just wanted to complete my name. I'm George Williams, checking in from Chicago. I couldn't get my name into the box when I was signing in. So just please reflect that George Williams from Chicago was attending. That's the GE.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this information. Do we have any more questions for Doris? Still time? Otherwise, also you will get some information from us, from VNGOC. Yes, Troy, please. The floor is yours. Unmute yourself, please. We don't hear you.
Good morning from where I'm out of here in the Bahamas. I'm hearing that you're saying there's no online sessions. Do I understand that as saying that?
Just to maybe give you some background. So we did have during COVID and a little bit after, we kind of had hybrid sessions where it was possible to join online, even the official plenary sessions. So we had like platforms and everything. The point is just that the plenary session of the meeting and the committee of the whole, they will happen in Vienna only in person, but there will be a web TV that you can watch it, but there is no possibility to interact with it through any online means. That doesn't speak to any of the side events. I was just talking about basically the official procedures. So the only possibility is that we have is that video messages can be sent together with a script that they can be shown in Vienna at the in-person session. Is that clear?
Oh, the reason, maybe I must get, and this is the 69th session of the Commission on Narcotic Drugs, right?
Yes, correct.
Right. The reason why I asked because my country mission, Foreign Affairs, sent a selection of us who will be representing the country virtually, and 2 will be in person. So that's why I was asking about that. That's why.
Yes,
So I
I
was
mean, you
wondering.
might be, yeah, you might be, but you could not be interacting. That is okay to do, but you could not be like interacting in the plenary discussions online. This
Okay.
is what I mean. Yes.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much.
Sure, not a problem.
Thank you. Chris, there is no question from you in the chat, so we can still provide answer to your question later on, so no worries about it. Any more questions? Oh, Chris, yes, my question is on the registration approvals and visa application. It takes 10 to 14 working days to process a Schengen visa, but the Austrian embassy is saying that there is no appointment dates. So do you have any information about that which can help?
I'm not sure which Austrian embassy this is, but we can't
Nigeria.
really. Nigeria. Okay.
Yeah.
In Abuja. Okay. No, I'm very sorry to hear that. There is unfortunately not anything we can do in terms of facilitating that process. I'll definitely can follow up, but I think I don't know if Sarah or whoever is aren't you approving also on the CND and Indico, or is that just on the that's just Congress.
Yeah, that's just,
Okay.
just Congress. Chris, I already reached out to the colleagues approving yesterday, and they are trying to get through as quickly as possible. But of course, there is a large volume, and
no point
I think there
taken.
were
No,
a few
thanks.
sick leaves. So,
Yes.
but
yes, unfortunately, no. Thank you. Point well taken. I'll also make the points to the colleagues that they look into this matter, at least whatever we can expedite from our side. And thank you for Sarah also for already bringing it to the attention of the colleague.
Thank you. I see, Farid, you have another question, so please, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I know that the budget are short, but can we expect to have a printer within the NGO lounge room?
That would unfortunately not be for me to respond. I don't know, Sarah.
yeah, I don't think that we'll get lucky on this one. I know that already the last couple of years, unfortunately, there were no more mobile printers available. There is still this possibility to print a few pages on in the C building on the fourth floor. I think there's still one printer available. And we usually we can figure things out if there's something urgent to print. But it won't be possible, unfortunately, to print any large volumes.
Thank you, Sarah. Marie, you have another question, please.
Yeah, quick point of clarification, Doris, on the interpretation days. So you said there's only 4 days where interpretation will be available. Yes. Is that just for the plenary session or also for the committee of the whole?
For the committee of the whole, there will not be any interpretation as it was in the last couple of years. Yep. Unfortunately, yeah.
Thank you. So we don't have any questions. So everything is clear. So we also, I would like to thank you, Doris, for all the information, sure. Very valuable for this preparation period. So people are ready to come to Vienna and navigate CND as easier as possible. So thanks for coming and giving this information.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you so much for the invitation. I will leave. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, I will share my screen again with presentation. So yes, for those who want some more information about CND, you can also scan the QR code and to check a guide to CND. So we prepared this guide for the 69th CND for NGOs. So you can get a lot of valuable information on CND, also around CND, beyond CND. So check the guide. And if you still have some additional questions, you can always check with us or send us an email so we can maybe give some more details about those things which are not included in the guide. We will also provide NGO briefing. This is a traditional event at the beginning of CND. So on Monday, 10th of March at 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. in room M3, there will be an NGO briefing. And this meeting will be in hybrid format. So you will be able to join online for those who will not be in Vienna yet. For CND, you can also join through your computer, so online. As you know, that NGOs who would like to engage at CND, NGOs in consultative status with ECOSOC can participate in person. However, also other NGOs which are part of the delegation lists of ECOSOC, NGOs with ECOSOC status can also participate, but you will have to contact your colleagues, NGOs which have ECOSOC status, so they can put you on their delegation list. And as you heard already, there is no limits for the delegation list. So just approach your colleagues, NGOs with ECOSOC status, and they can put you on their delegation list. So it's not limited. So participation is not limited only to ECOSOC organizations, but you can be part of their delegation list and participate as well. And NGO launch, this is also important information, will be accessible in MOE 27. And it's almost always full. So hopefully we will meet there as well during the CND. Regarding the written statements, as I already said, those are some details about how you can apply, how many words, what is the limitation for words. And also regarding oral statements, I would like to repeat again, please also send a copy to VNGOC so we can coordinate your contributions to the plenary in different agenda items. There will also be NGO table. So thanks to UNODC Civil Society unit, they will provide a table for our publications. So whoever will bring publications relevant for other NGOs or also for member states and UN agencies, you can bring them and put them on the NGO table. And I hope there will be enough space for everybody to present your materials. Also, traditionally, we will organize several informal dialogues. This year, we will organize 5 different informal dialogues with CND chair. The date is still to be confirmed. With UNODC executive director on Wednesday, 11th March at 11 a.m. in room C, CR3. We will organize also informal dialogue with INCB president. Also, date will be confirmed hopefully soon. And also with other UN agencies, separately with WHO and also separately with United Nations Human Rights Office of the High Commissioner and UNAIDS and UNDP as well. And we are still discussing with colleagues from those UN agencies about the dates, and you will be informed hopefully soon about the exact dates and hours of those informal dialogues. And also you can still submit questions for informal dialogues until 15th of February. So you still have time until Sunday to submit question, and please consider submitting questions not just to the most popular informal dialogues, but also we would also like to have a fruitful and valuable discussion with those who are usually not so popular for asking questions or for discussions. So please consider asking relevant questions to all UN agencies during the informal you know what I mean. So I'm a little bit confused, but it's okay. So annual general meeting of VNGOC will be on Wednesday, 11th March, starting at 1:30 p.m. It will be only in person in CR3, and also not only in person in CR3 and also online. So you will be able also to participate online. Regarding the membership fees, please, I would really like to ask members to pay the fee, because this is, I would say, pretty much the only regular resource for VNGOC for organizing our activities. And it's very valuable for us to receive membership fees. So those who are able to pay, and by paying the fee, you will also be an NGO in good standing, and you will be able to be engaged in elections, and also you can candidate your staff and your candidates for the elections. We will also have elections for free positions this year. So you see total amounts depending on the budget, on the income you have. So you please pay on time your membership fee if you want to be engaged also in elections. And usually you also promote this, that all members are more than welcome to pay more than the minimum fee. So this is just a minimum fee. So if you can afford, you can also pay more than the minimum fee and support the committee and our activities, because it is not a lot of opportunities if we don't have enough budget to organize additional activities beyond CND and reconvene. So with the additional budget, with additional fees, we can actually organize much more for you, and we would really appreciate to organize more activities and webinars and events for our members. This is the list of this year's nominations committee. Those are all volunteers. You see the list, so it's quite from different. We are covering different perspectives, different regions. So this nominations committee also already organized some meetings. So they are already busy with preparations for the AGM and for this year's elections. Regarding board elections, as I mentioned already, there are 3 positions on elections, which are a vice chair position, secretary position, and treasurer position. And there is still time to submit candidacies before the deadline, which is on Sunday as well. And each organization must select 1 representative to vote for the organization, or you can also designate a proxy or vote. There are many ways how you can vote, not just in real time in person, but also there will be possibility to vote online in real time through Teams platform, and also there will be a possibility for e-voting, which will enable you to vote in advance. So all three options will be available, and that's why we are also discussing in different internal sessions what to do with the proxies. So it might happen that at the AGM we will discuss and decide about the future of proxy voting. So this will definitely be on the agenda of AGM as well. So this is pretty much it. I will just check. Regarding the side event, which will be organized by VNGOC, our side event will explore how civil society can be meaningfully engaged across consultations, panel deliberations, and also decision-making processes within the Commission on Narcotic Drugs, particularly in relation to the newly established multidisciplinary expert panel based on the Colombian resolution last year, and also preparations for the 2029 review of international drug policy commitments. So we decided to select, I would say, hot topic for us, because there will be a lot of discussions how civil society organizations could be engaged in this process. And we will have several interesting and valuable speakers at the side event. However, we still don't know when the side event will happen. As soon as we have a schedule from the Secretariat, we will let you know about the day and hour and also location of the side event. So hopefully we will get a bigger room this time and accommodate all interested participants and civil society representatives at our side event. So this is pretty much it. You already heard about the limitations with the interpretation. Doris already told you about that, so that's nothing new. And if you have any additional questions, please, now the floor is yours. We still have some time, 9 minutes to discuss and answer your questions. So everything is clear? No questions? Yeah, Angela, please. The floor is yours. Angela, unmute yourself. We don't hear you.
Right. Now?
Yes, we hear you.
All right. Okay. So thank you and good afternoon, everyone. So I like just an information for side for hybrid side event. Who can we contact for technical information? To have just information about logistical and technical.
So for side events that you are organizing in a hybrid format, the organizers will be responsible for all technical issues themselves. You are asked to send the link, the online link to the meeting to the Secretariat, I believe by the end of February. And they will try to have someone there for the first 2-3 minutes of the side event in case there are issues with connecting to the computer. All the rooms have cameras and either one central microphone or microphones at the table. But organizers are responsible to make it work on their own.
All right, so thank you very much, because I read it. But for example, for the links, for the web links, we will plan to use a Zoom registration form where participants register and automatically receive a join link via email. Is it correct? Is it correct?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
I think it's fine. I can double check with Doris and the colleagues organizing the side events whether these registration links are possible. But I think last year it wasn't an issue. You can just send the link to the Secretariat and they will publish it in the program.
All right. So thank you very much. I'm fine.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Sarah, for answering this. So another question is from George. George, please, the floor is yours. And please unmute yourself. We don't hear you. So we have problems with microphone. Try again, George. Yes, now we hear you.
No. It was just a mistake. My hand went to the hand thing by mistake. So I'm just okay. Sorry for that.
No problem. No problem. Then Luis is next. Please, Luis.
Good morning to all. Sorry, I was late, and maybe my question was already answered, but anyway, I'm trying. Do you have an idea? I'm from Montreal, by the way. Do you have any idea of how many resolutions will be presented this year?
The number is 5.
Okay.
And we will provide a PowerPoint presentation from Doris from the Secretariat, and then you will be able to see also the titles of resolutions, the topics covered, and also which countries submitted resolutions.
Okay, thank you. And I have a very short one. Do you have any worries about what will happen to the last year Colombian resolution? Is there any threat or any possibility that it could be challenged this year at the CND or not?
We don't expect any difficult challenges because there is already a process of selecting the panel. We are also preparing ourselves to engage as good as possible in the process as civil society organizations. And that's why we are organizing also side event on this important topic. So I don't think that there will be some difficult challenges, but as you know, you never know what is coming. So there might be some challenges, but I think they are not really expected.
Well,
but
hopefully.
Maybe colleagues from UNODC can inform you if there are some information available on that. No,
seems not. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any other questions? No, but also as you saw, Sarah put it on the screen, the list of resolutions, and this webinar is also recorded, and it will be available as soon as possible on VNGOC's website, on the YouTube channel, VNGOC YouTube channel, and you can also check the slide on resolutions, and you also have a posted in chat. Just for your information, I just noticed that there is a slide, screenshot of slide in the chat. Any other questions? Still have 3 minutes available. No, so hopefully everything is clear. Farid, yes, last chance.
Yes, sorry, just to have one more question about this independent expert panel. Do you know if the budget is completed now, if the funding are okay, and how civil society will be able to follow up the work of this independent panel, and why could we expect to have civil society representative as observers at least? Sorry, you're muted.
You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, sorry, I just pushed the button. Yeah, I don't think we will have a right to have a observer in the panel because it is not expected. It's that there is nothing written about it in the resolution. However, there is quite clear that the panel will have to consult with civil society organizations, and I think that the easiest and the most important way will be also through VNGOC, and we will do our best to provide as many channels as possible for civil society organizations to be engaged and involved in this process. And we will also, as you know, organize special side events on that topic, and probably a lot more information will be available at the side event and during the CND. So let's be positive and keep fingers crossed that civil society will have a good opportunity and many channels as possible to be engaged. And I see Mirela. Mirela, you want to say something about this particular topic?
No, I just saw one of the message asking about the date. Maybe there was a typo. Of course, we all hope to see you on Monday, the 9th of March at 9:15. We will have the briefing. So it's just an opportunity for me also to say that very much looking forward and also maybe to lower about your one point that you said that they can come with many publication on the table. The tables are just 2 and we can try to fit as many following the rules of the UN. As you know, nothing should be offensive to member states in the publication that you bring. And if it's all good and technically focused, we will keep them on the table. Thank you, and looking goodbye to all, because I think we've reached the end, but I will let you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We always hope there will be enough space for NGO material. I'm pretty sure that there will also be other NGOs organizing tables for materials. So if not at our NGO table, you can also ask your colleagues from other NGOs. They will also provide some space for materials. Hopefully open for as many of you are interested to bring materials and put them on the tables. So we will also try to organize this as good as possible, so everybody can have an opportunity to put materials on the tables. So thank you very much. We reached the end of this briefing session on CND. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing your interest. And I hope to see most of you or all of you next month in Vienna. Thanks and see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matej. Thanks, everybody.